Ken and I were talking about this. People keep thinking, the founding fathers didn't want this trans, and I want to point out that the founding fathers were the most liberal group.
Yeah,
they left a country of authoritarianism and fascism to come here and start America. That was the whole fucking point.
It's the original title of the Constitution was woke ass. Fuck you, Britain.
We woke, bro. To Lauren Boebert, who says it's because they wanted church to be involved in state.
No, they literally did not.
It's literally the opposite.
They explicitly said, do not.
We do not. We're leaving because the Church of England is fucking this country up so bad. How dumb are you to actually go
Pretty dumb.
100% opposite of what the founding
she's not dumb. She passed her GED to run for Congress
3 months before she got.
Look,
she's not dumb. She's brilliant.
We know it's written in calligraphy, but you can still, it's still readable. You could just, it's like the first couple lines is like,
you have to read
church.
You have to read
Fuck
to
out of
understand. Oh,
not if you just got a GED. It's hard to read.
Hard to read.
What letters are these?
Okay, so abortion rights supporters won in Ohio.
Yep.
Democratic governor of very red Kentucky held on to his office by campaigning on reproductive rights and said the guy running against him was an extremist. Democrat won an open seat on the Pennsylvania Supreme Court after campaigning on upholding abortion rights. Democrats took full control of the Virginia State House, blocking Republicans from being able to pass new abortion restrictions.
So Glenn Youngkin just basically had his nuts cut off.
Yes. So that means because it was being rumored that Glenn Youngkin was going to jump into the presidential race, riding high on a big victory there.
But here's how arrogant.
So he got defeated.
I'm going to steal this word complaining because that's what Trump does. That's he complains the whole time. That's no fucking plan. He just gets up and bitches. He complains.
So he's not jumping into the race now, is what I'm saying, because he got embarrassed.
Good.
But I want to point something out. So here's how arrogant and dumb these dumb people hold on to stuff without looking at information. These guys thought that they think this abortion thing is a winner. And we've seen since it happened, since Roe got killed, they lose all the time. People say, oh, young people don't vote. You have now made it so every young person, specifically women, they said the women vote was crazy. This next election, the young people are going to decide it, and you guys are going to be gone. I predict, this is my prediction, I predict this next election, Biden's going to win. Trump's going to end up he may not go to jail because he was an ex-president, but he is definitely going to lose his businesses, and he's going to have some restrictions put on him because of all the criming he's did. 91 felonies, Jesus. Biden's going to win, and they're going to flip the House and the Senate. Because the only way
we have the Senate.
I know it's going to be worse. It's going to be one of those majorities where you're like, oh shit, where Republicans are all they're going to do is have to complain. Now they have the House and all they do is complain. They haven't passed shit in the House.
No,
nothing.
But they are having a hearing with the special counsel for the Hunter Biden issue.
Right.
And they have subpoenaed Hunter Biden and Biden's brother, and they're going to try to impeach Biden.
So my question is this. If you have all this evidence, you have enough evidence to impeach Joe Biden, how come we haven't seen any of it? How come there's a lot of hearsay? We know that maybe he did blah, and he got checks from, okay, show it. Give us the bank statements.
Maybe Marjorie Taylor Greene's ex-husband also has that evidence, and he's waiting until an appropriate time.
It's in Hunter's lap.
Okay.
That Tucker Carlson lost because he gave it to UPS.
Former Biden White House aide Gabe Amo became the first black member of Congress from Rhode Island. And Democrat Sherelle Parker was elected as Philly's first female mayor.
Yep.
So we had some historic moments. Although none of this had anything to do with Biden or Trump.
No, but I think it definitely.
How is that your candidate? I just am so baffled.
How come? I mean, listen, Mitt Romney. I do have respect. I don't agree with Mitt Romney, but I have respect that he's like, I'm out, man. You guys, you guys, fucking. Are you serious? Is this the guy?
So like the worst possible human being.
There's zero John McCain's. We don't have any John McCain's.
Yeah.
In the Republican Party, and for Nancy, here's how bad it is. Nancy Pelosi came out and said, we need a strong Republican Party. We need a balanced system. We need some good legislators, people that are smart to join the Republican Party. Nancy Pelosi said this.
The lead Democrat said, guys, please get your shit together.
It's nutty. And to sit there and go, all right, we're going to do abortion. It's going to be abortion, more guns, no education. This is what we're running on. We're running on cutting voting rights, killing women's rights, and killing minorities' rights. And that's going to win.
God, especially the abortion thing. They run on something that, first of all, doesn't help them or their base. It only controls someone else.
They lose half the votes.
It makes no fucking
The
sense.
country's half women. That's almost half the votes. Let's say the women that are like, oh, yeah, I'm anti-abortion too. Okay, fine. It's not even about I want an abortion. It's about you don't get to fucking tell me what to do.
Yeah.
It's in the Constitution.
And if they were strategic, they could look at states that flip almost because of that decision alone and go, all right, you know what? We're going to table that one.
But that's what I'm saying. The arrogance
morons
is they keep it. They double and triple down, even though they know it doesn't work. We have evidence from every election that Trump's been part of since he started running. We have evidence. He didn't even, people forget this. He didn't win the presidency by the popular vote. He lost it by 3 million. It was the electoral college.
He also
didn't win.
Everybody that he endorsed, when was this? 2 years ago? Where it was like, the wolf. Who was
Do you remember they were thinking it was going to be
the other election, 2022?
Yeah, which one? What was that run?
Yeah, the
midterm.
midterm.
Everybody that he endorsed lost.
Everybody. And they were supposed to pick up 24 to 40 seats. They picked up 5.
Mm-hmm.
5. They just barely got a majority.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how Kevin McCarthy. So they keep doubling and tripling down on shit that they think is going to work. Remember, they were saying for years, we're going to get abortion to outlawed. And they keep, every time they try it, they get their ass handed to them. Honestly, I think it's going to be a 20-year rebuild of the Republican Party after this next election. It's going to be 20 years. And what'll happen is the liberals will fuck it up again. The liberals will go too far. They'll go too far, and then but it's going to take 20 years. It's going to be, I'll be on the ragged edge of dead when the Republicans finally get back.
Knock 'em dead. Watch the next episode where Titus is dead.
Speaking of Knock 'em Dead, there's a new episode out. Go to Knock 'em Dead Podcast.
Is it out now?
On YouTube. Yeah, it's been out.
Oh, man. That was a good one.
And
the Highlander's
the
on
Highlander is on that, so it'll be your usuals. So Glenn Youngkin, this is interesting. Virginia has an unusual single-term limit for governors. So this is it. He'll be done next year, and he can't run again.
And we just shown him obviously that people don't like him in his own state, or else he would have won this last election.
I just mean, where's he going to go after that? He can't jump into the presidential race.
Do you remember when he got elected? It was kind of shady anyways, the way he got elected. Do you remember? It was all about, and I'm going to talk about that. Oh, I know what it was. It was about parental rights. He ran on parental rights. That helped him. Is that they couldn't teach.
Yeah.
They couldn't teach CRT.
It's your job.
It was CRT. It's your parent. And I'm writing this new show, guys, my next one. And I have a problem with this. You parents that think you get to tell teachers what they can teach your kid, that's not the point of school. Point of school is so we all have a basic knowledge that we all can move forward as a country. You don't get to decide what your kids learn. If you do, homeschool them. Fuck it. Just keep them home. God bless. But don't you go tell teachers what teachers can teach.
Right.
You know what else is interesting about that? It's just like Citizens United and these other things that they love. The naming convention that they used, it's always like they're telegraphing. It's always like speaking out of the side of their mouth. Parental rights, it's the opposite of parental rights. Yeah. Citizens United is the opposite of Citizens United.
It's Corporations United, yeah.
So the branding of it is such a fucking head fake.
Have you heard of a guy named George Orwell?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's everything about it is Orwellian.
Yep.
But they've been doing that for years. The problem is that because our education system keeps getting cut back, and I'm sure George Orwell's 1984 is on the banned book list somewhere. Mm. If you don't teach the population that, by the way, they use these words to double speak and then what ends up happening is they don't even expect it. They go, of course, they're just telling me the truth.